So this is the Snapon sdpmb25r, and this one is in green. They make them in a bunch of different colors. I did, one of the first videos I actually did was on this little screwdriver, and I actually got in trouble for that video. I did it when I worked at the cat dealer in California. I did it at lunchtime, and in the shop, you could see the shop in the background, and they had a big old hissy fit about it, because they said I was doing it on company time, but it was at lunchtime. I uploaded it at lunchtime. Long story, whatever.
But hey guys, so today's Wednesday video is going to be about this pocket screwdriver here from Snapon. It is an sdpmb25r. It runs about 15 bucks or so, and it is a great screwdriver to carry with you because you can get these little free ones they give out, but this one's bent. You can see these are good for picking O-rings or pulling apart electrical connectors or prying or anything, but they're not really great screwdrivers. This one will turn any kind of screw that you need. It's a good flathead, and then it has a Phillips on the end of that there, and you can hear that there's a snap. There's a magnet in there that holds it in. It has the same style handle as the old screwdrivers. This is just an old Snap-on screwdriver. The old style handles. The screwdriver's pretty new. It's a size comparison here between the pocket screwdriver and the full-size one. One of the good things too about these is it's got the universal 1/4" drive hex. So if you have just, I have this bit set here, and these will work in that. So you can have basically whatever bit you need will fit into it, and it'll work. And you could carry that in your pocket if you want, but I pretty much just keep this standard bit in there. The Phillips and the flathead works great. It's got a little pocket clip. It runs about 15 bucks. I would highly recommend it. And the part number again is sdpmb25r.
It's the little Snap-on. It's a pocket screwdriver, and then it comes with the little double-sided bit. So it's Phillips and flathead. It's just kind of a standard bit like that. It's basically just a hex that's magnetic, and you can use any kind of really bits here. I have some bits right here. So here's just my little bit set, and it just fits in there. You can basically use any bit. It's magnetic, kind of however you want to do it. But I used to carry this. I kind of stopped. It kind of ended up in like a backpack just as like a screwdriver to have. But it's kind of small. It's kind of short. It works. I like the handle shape. These used to be like 15 bucks. They're probably more now. I will link this down below. But I don't know, I kind of forgot about it. But the other day I was on the Mac truck, and I actually saw a video about this anyway. Mac had their tool fair like about 3 weeks ago. And I actually saw a demonstration of this, and I kind of just passed it up. But then I was on the Mac truck, and I saw that they had it. So I figured I'd grab it just to see what it's like. And they're calling it the 3-piece multi-bit pocket screwdriver. But the one thing that I have a problem with, if it's a pocket screwdriver, where's the pocket clip? There's no pocket clip on it at all. But I still thought it might be handy, so let's get it out of the package here. Grab some wire cutters. I got some flush cuts here. So let's get it out of the package, and then I will show you what I liked about it. So one of the things I liked about it is it's obviously the handle's a lot bigger, which is a lot more handy. It's not quite the size of a full-size screwdriver, but maybe here's like a Milwaukee screwdriver, smaller, and it's a little bit smaller than that handle, but it's still a pretty nice handle. I mean, I have big hands, and that's pretty handy. So what I really liked about it is it's got the double-sided bit. So like it's got the short flathead and the long Phillips, so then you can just turn it around, and then you have basically like a really long Phillips. And then they have the same thing here it's just opposite. It's a long flathead and a short Phillips. So basically, depending on what you used more, you could have it like short or long. But what I figured how I'm going to carry it most likely is like this, with the short flathead, and then you can flip it around, and you have a long Phillips. One thing that is kind of changed a lot is not very much stuff's Phillips anymore. Like a lot of stuff's Torx now, like, T27, T25, T15. A lot of things have gone to Torx. I've seen some squares, so, having a pocket screwdriver necessarily. That's a Phillips isn't the best idea anymore, but still handy. I figured I could put it in a backpack, and like if I take it somewhere or have it in a pocket, you need a screwdriver. It's a nice, basically a mini screwdriver. The shaft is kind of girthy. Like if you're trying to, sometimes you got to get down in like a little spot, and you need a thin shaft screwdriver. This one is pretty girthy there. But what's cool about it too is it has used a ball detent to retain the bits, as where like the Snap-on one is just magnetic. Actually, I don't even know. I wonder if they would interchange. I didn't even think of that. Oh no, they're actually, it's not even quarter inch drive. I didn't even realize that. This is quarter hex, like a standard, and this is like a regular multi-bit screwdriver, which actually I have a Klein multi-bit screwdriver right here. So I wonder if it's like interchangeable. We're just kind of playing around here. No, that's not interchangeable. But I think on the Klein, the other side's smaller. So yeah, the other side is smaller. So I wonder if it would fit. Yeah, hey, it fits. That's kind of cool. So this is the Klein 11-in-1. And then it has, the shaft with this little spacer. And that's actually the same size. So you could like, well, it locked in there. Now it doesn't want to. There it goes. That's weird. I'm just kind of making a dumb little video here. So it fits though. So you could get like a Klein multi-bit if you want to add some different stuff. But let's move that out of the way here. Get back to this. So one thing that I like too is it's metal. Like you can see that it's all metal in here, which is nice because this one's plastic. But I feel like this is a better screwdriver to carry. It's a lot bigger, gives you more torque and stuff. Because I ran into a problem with carrying this one where there was a lot of times where like you got to put torque on something and it's just kind of too small, or you're hitting your hand, as where this gets your hand further away. But I would check this thing out if you're interested. Let's see. It is made in the USA. Where is it at? If anybody cares, it is USA made. Mac, and they have a red one, an orange one, and a green one. I'm not sure if it's a rebrand. I don't know if I can find it on Amazon. I will look to see, but if not, I'll link it from Mac. So check that out. That is the new I guess, Mac sdpmb25r. Check that out if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. All the YouTube algorithm stuff would be much appreciated.